Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are unpacking a story that has gripped South Africa's attention and raised serious questions about the integrity of one of the most critical anti-corruption efforts in the country's history. It revolves around a numerical error involving the state capture inquiry, led by the former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, and its implications for public trust in the findings of the Commission. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. Now, let's get started. A shocking revelation. The state capture inquiry was a monumental task undertaken to uncover and address the deep-rooted corruption that infiltrated key institutions in South Africa. Over the course of 4 years, it delved into allegations of bribery, fraud, and mismanagement involving top political figures, state-owned enterprises, and government departments. One of the most startling claims to emerge during the inquiry involved the State Security Agency, SSA, where it was reported that a staggering R9 billion had allegedly gone missing. However, this explosive claim, which dominated headlines and shaped public perceptions about the extent of state capture within the SSA, has now been revealed to be a mistake. Former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo recently clarified that the actual amount in question was just over R9 million, not R9 billion. While R9 million is no small amount, it pales in comparison to the initially reported figure, which painted a picture of absolute financial chaos within one of South Africa's most sensitive government institutions. How did this error happen? To understand how such a glaring mistake was made, let's step back and examine the process. The state capture inquiry relied heavily on evidence submitted by whistleblowers, former officials, and other witnesses. Much of this evidence was presented as raw data, requiring thorough analysis and verification. Somewhere in this process, the figure of R9 billion made its way into the official record, creating a false impression that the SSA had been looted on an unprecedented scale. What's even more troubling is that this error was flagged early on by Arthur Fraser, the former Director General of the SSA. Fraser, a controversial figure in his own right, pointed out that the figure was incorrect, but his concerns were reportedly ignored at the time. Whether this oversight was due to negligence, political dynamics, or simple human error remains unclear. The fact that it took so long for the mistake to be corrected, long after the inquiry had concluded, has left many questioning the reliability of the Commission's findings. If such a fundamental error could slip through unnoticed, what does that say about the accuracy of other claims made during the inquiry? This incident casts a shadow of doubt over the entire process, potentially undermining years of work aimed at holding those responsible for state capture accountable. The role of the SSA in state capture. To truly grasp the significance of this error, we need to understand the role of the SSA in the broader state capture narrative. The SSA is tasked with safeguarding South Africa's national security, a responsibility that includes everything from counterintelligence to protecting the country's sovereignty. However, during the height of state capture, the agency reportedly became a tool for political manipulation and personal enrichment. There were allegations that funds meant for national security operations were diverted to support factional battles within the ruling ANC, fund covert operations against political rivals, and even finance private luxuries for a select few. Against this backdrop, the initial claim of R9 billion missing seemed to fit the narrative of widespread corruption within the agency. It reinforced the public's belief that the SSA had become a hotbed of financial mismanagement and abuse of power. The correction to R9 million, while still troubling, significantly alters this narrative. It suggests that the scale of financial irregularities within the SSA may have been exaggerated, at least in this particular instance. This raises uncomfortable questions about the other allegations and findings related to the SSA. Were they thoroughly vetted, or could similar errors have slipped through the cracks? Implications for the state capture inquiry. The state capture inquiry was seen as a turning point for South Africa, a chance to expose corruption at the highest levels and begin the process of rebuilding trust in public institutions. The inquiry's final report, spanning multiple volumes, laid out detailed accounts of how state capture was orchestrated and who was responsible. For many, it was a beacon of hope in an otherwise bleak landscape of political scandals and economic challenges. However, this recent revelation threatens to erode the public's confidence in the inquiry's findings. Critics are already using the R9 billion error to question the credibility of the entire process. They argue that if such a basic mistake could be made, it's possible that other findings are also flawed or based on incomplete evidence. Supporters of the inquiry, on the other hand, point out that this was an isolated error and that it doesn't negate the broader findings of the Commission. They argue that the work done by the Zondo Commission was groundbreaking and that it has already led to significant consequences, including legal actions against high-profile individuals implicated in corruption. Broader lessons for South Africa. This incident also highlights broader issues in South Africa's fight against corruption. For one, it underscores the importance of accuracy and transparency in high-stakes investigations. Public trust in anti-corruption efforts is fragile, and mistakes like this can have a ripple effect, undermining confidence in the entire system. It also raises questions about the role of oversight and accountability within public inquiries. Should there be an independent body to verify the evidence presented in such commissions? Could more rigorous checks and balances have prevented this error? These are questions that South Africa will need to grapple with as it continues to navigate its path toward accountability and justice. A moment of reflection. As we reflect on this story, it's worth considering the broader implications for South Africa's democracy. The fight against corruption is not just about exposing wrongdoers, it's about rebuilding institutions, restoring public trust, and ensuring that the mistakes of the past are not repeated. The R9 billion era is a stark reminder of the challenges involved in this process and the importance of getting it right. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis and updates. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this issue, so drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Until next time, take care and stay informed.